Hello everybody, again for the second time today. How are you all doing? I was having a lot of fun doing the artifact dig site that we were doing this morning, and I finished the work that I needed to do for my part-time job, and I also don't want to work on the course right now because I'm sick of editing videos. So instead, we're gonna continue working on this game. For now, I will have to get back to course video editing at some point, probably later this evening, but that's okay. Before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Gunforge is available for sale. It's actually on sale right now for 50% off for the summer sale, so grab it while it's hot. It's a great way to support me, and it's also a pretty fun game, if I do say so myself. Also, I've got my Udemy courses available for sale. These are comprehensive. They'll teach you everything that you need to know to build games in the Godot engine. So if you want to know how to build a nice game that's ready to be published, maybe on Steam, or if you want to get good at building jam games that are feature complete, it's a great course to go through. I also have a C# course, and I have another one that I mentioned coming up very soon, which will be an online multiplayer cooperative course in GDScript. So the links for those things are in the description below. I appreciate your support, and yeah, let's get back into what we're doing. So I should have had A-Sprite open. Oops. So yeah, the plan now is to get this art that we were working on this morning, get this all processed and into the engine, and hopefully get it mostly functional. I don't think that we're going to be able to get to all of the animations today, but we'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I'll go longer this stream, we might be able to do it, but we'll see how we're feeling. Hello, AnyKey, welcome back. Spoiling us on a Friday, yes indeed. Hello, Exio 2.0, yes indeed. A the Ant, welcome back. Yo, what is happening? Or whoa, what is happening? I'm unemployed enough to catch both streams. Remember to smash the like and subscribe to Flame Stomach, yes please. Hardworking is always too bad, I gotta sleep now. Oh, I'm sorry, Ali, but the VOD will be available for you in the morning when you wake up, so. Say it ain't so, welcome back, Adam. It ain't so, yeah. Obligatory Gunforged ad, of course. I do have a lot of people that watch the VODs. I think new people, I think the VODs get recommended sometimes in the YouTube recommended too, so there's always new people popping in and, you know. Oh, no. Oh. Can't yawn, no yawning. So yeah. Hello, Awab. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm not unemployed, I just don't have a job. There you go. There you go. Okay. Trying to think. Well, these all need to be... These all need to be exported. Yeah. Okay. Just trying to think of how I want to do this. I actually think this foreground here, I want to do a couple of things. Firstly, let's take a look at this pillar. So if this is going to go straight up, it's going to be a little bit awkward. It's probably going to be okay. All right, I'm just not going to worry about that. So this foreground here, what I want to do is I just want to make this skirt here a little bit larger. I can't see what I'm doing. Oops. Why did that not work? Okay, so I'm just making that a little bit bigger there. And I'm probably going to... Let's just extend it out this way too. because I'm gonna have the pillars coming out of the ground, and so when they come out of the ground, they need to be properly obscured so that they don't bleed out from here. So I think I need that, which is gonna look fine when the background is all black. It's basically just gonna be a clip mask essentially. Although I could have created a separate clip mask, but I'm trying not to use clip masks as much as possible because that messes with the canvas groups that I need to use very often. So I think, let's see, pillar 3. Yeah, so here's the thing that I'm gonna do. I think I can export all of these now using my little script. So let's do that. File, scripts, export layers. Get rid of this. Export. I don't know why this became so slow. Oh, that's painful. Oh, there it goes. It's going faster now. Exported 15 layers. Very nice. Okay, and the last thing that I want to do is I'm going to just save a test image here. Where do I want to save this at? Necromancer grid, assets, UI, artifact. Why is that here? I'll just save over that reference.png. Okay. All right, into the engine we go. Wrong artifact. Artifact event container. Let's hide that for now. Artifact display placeholder. Yeah, let's just hide these. All right. How are we going to do this? Let's do a control. Let's add a sprite. And in here, reference. Alrighty then. Oh, shoot. I did this completely wrong. Oops. Oops, I did this completely wrong. Export that as reference. There we go. I was wondering why that was so big. I was like, oh goodness. So the sprite now, probably do something like this. Okay. This is gonna be a nightmare, but we're just gonna go one step at a time here. Okay, let's start with the mound, I suppose. Drag this over. Put that under visuals. Okay, let's lock that position. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I already did this wrong. I already did this wrong. I want to center the visuals, roughly center the visuals there. Put the mound there. Okay. Cool. All right, that's it. We're done. No, I'm just kidding. I just watched Firebelly do his job. Does that count as a job? Unfortunately, no, Yeet. I'm sorry. What is a job? It doesn't want to work on Friday, yeah. 2 streams. What did I do to deserve this? Welcome back, Schlurgy. Tiago, have you ever cloned a game in Godot? If so, which ones? I'm trying to clone Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It's being as fun as it is difficult. I have not tried to clone a game directly, no, but I think it's a good exercise, especially if you're trying to learn. But yeah, I have never done it myself. But Age of Empires 2, that sounds like quite an undertaking. I'm retired from the military and just work for myself in my garage now. My boss is a jerk though. Yeah, I joke about that all the time too. About how my boss makes me work weekends. brain fart. The ruins do look pretty good. I like them. I like them. I have to wonder, now that I think about it, what specs are you targeting for this project? In terms of like consumer specs? I mean, basically like this game should be able to run on a 10-year-old laptop. If that's what you mean. Finally made it to a live stream. Hello, Sean M. A few hours into the roguelike course. Went off the beaten path trying to use tilemap layer instead of tilemap, and it seems like a snap-on... Seems like snap-on animation player is gone. Oh, there is a timeline snap. It's one of the buttons at the bottom of the animation player. If that's what you're referring to. Hello, Emerson. I need to work. If I don't finish my task, I'm going to tell my boss that it's your fault. Go ahead. I'm not scared of your boss. Tell him to fight me. I'm just kidding. What is this game? This game is a collectible card game, roguelike auto battler with grid inventory management. Oh gosh, I'm already screwing it up. With a necromancy / alchemy / medieval science theme, where the hook of the game is that you can alchemize cards together, meaning that you can combine two different cards together into one new card that has abilities from both. Great course, though. I love your teaching style. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Thank you, thank you. We should be running through the fields, but someone invented programming languages in Excel, so we're here. It's too hot to run through fields, man. What do you mean run through? I got my AC on. I'm chilling. That's funny, though. It's true. Elevator pitch time, yes, indeed. Fight to see who could survive longer in Gunforged. Anyway, so let's continue on here. Pickaxe. Pickaxe there. Okay. Okay. I think this should go behind the mound, though. All right. Whole foreground. Probably going to need the whole foreground. Okay, let's lock that, lock that. All right, whole background. Okay, there's our whole background. I'm actually gonna hide that for now, but it's in the right place. All right, pillar 1. Okay. I actually probably, let me think. I may have to change the, let me think. I might have to change the offset on this, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so pillar 1 icon. Okay, I'm going to change this to pillar 1 icon. Pillar 1 icon lit. Okay, then these can go underneath that pillar 1. Oops. Cool. Okay, so that's pillar 1. Let's lock all these things. Oh, why doesn't that work? Oh, it doesn't work if it's nested. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Pillar 2 time. Okay. Pillar 2. Pillar 2 icon. Pillar 2 icon lit. Oops. Lock those. Lock that. Okay. We're getting there. Pillar 3. I'm just going to get all these in here right now. Okay. There's pillar 3. Pillar 3 icon. Okay. Three. Okay. Perfect. And, oh, the ruins, right. I still need the ruins. Okay, now I can delete the reference. And there we go. I forgot to add the whole background. There we go. Cool. So there we go. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit inconsistent in terms of the outlines, but I think that's going to be okay. So now we've got this visuals here. And what I'm going to do is I need to basically measure how big this is. So let me think. Let's take the measuring tool and we'll go from here all the way over. I think that's 147. YOLO, we're going to eyeball it. So this is going to be 147 custom minimum size. That is not correct. Oh, is it? I think if I take the visuals and I move this over. Yeah, control. Let's do this. Add child node reference rect. Full rectangle. This control here. Let's figure out what the size needs to be now. I know I've got some chat to catch up on here, but I actually don't know if this is going to be good. 137. 137. And then shrink center in the vertical. This visuals now, we can situate this in how it needs to be situated. Ooh, I was a couple of pixels off, I think. Just a couple of pixels off. This control node, this needs to be like 145, I think. There we go. So now I've got a nice little bounding box there. Bounding all the art. Cool. All right. The fields have mosquitoes. True. Alabama seems to have 2 modes this summer. Insanely hot, torrential downpour. Yeah, it's been hot and humid here too. It was like 90 degrees the past couple of days. It's a little bit cooler at 82 degrees, but still like 80% humidity. So there you go. I'm going to finish my task, BRB lurking. All right, Emerson. Since this is like backpack battles, you should totally make a backpack card. Yeah, like reference the bazaar and backpack battles and stuff. Do you think you will spend more than 3 months working on it? I don't remember how much time you planned for this game. Yeah, the goal is to have it released by the end of the year. I don't know how I feel about the glyphs, to be honest. They look nice, but the little connection with the artifacts that appear, any related lore to them. We could potentially get rid of them. Why construct the sprites like this versus having one image? Animation purposes? Yes, that's exactly it. So the pillars here, for instance, are going to come out of the ground. And so just to make the pillar animate requires at least 3 different sprites to exist. 1, the pillar needs to be its own sprite, right? But then 2, there needs to be a background sprite that serves as the background for the whole. And then the foreground sprite, which kind of masks the pillar to a certain extent, right? So that alone requires 3 sprites to exist if you want to animate it, right? But the other thing is that I need these to be separate sprites because I'm going to be outlining them when I hover over them. So yeah, that's the big reason. To test the limits. Oh, in terms of how long it's going to take. Is this an art stream? No, this is, well, kind of. We're going to be implementing this into the game. So it's kind of going to be an art stream. Depends. Programming is also art. Can be. Gunforge is in my lab. Going to test it in the future. Awesome. Thank you. I didn't know about this measure option. Awesome. Yeah, the measuring is very handy. Very handy indeed. Yeah, the art. I did all the art on VODs. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing what the process of creating this looks like, that's all documented in the VOD. I disagree. I think the glyphs are what really tie this into the magical necro theme. Although the pillars aren't the goal of the dig, the artifacts are, so I can see both arguments. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see how it looks. I mean, again, these aren't going to be lit by default. So they're going to be a little bit more muted. Like that. I know the lock icons are in the way, but they're going to be a little bit more muted until you hover over them. 2 in 1 day, the world is crazy. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Cass. I don't know, I'm just addicted to streaming. What can I say? What can I say? I wish I had a nice, cold, like, adult beverage to consume right now, but I actually don't. I don't know how YouTube feels about that either. Anyway. Let's see. I think the next step is to animate this, honestly. I'm doing well. How are you doing, Cass? Drunk on stream? You guys want to see drunk belly? You're one liquor store away from a good time, seriously. I mean, I could go. I mean, I have liquor. It's just not ice cold. It's not ice cold. Anyway. So what am I doing? I think I just need to animate this now, honestly. So what should we start with? I should probably see how this looks in game first. Yeah, let's do that. Oh gosh. Let's see what it looks like when I run the game. And then we're gonna have to slide everything in. What's kind of awkward is that I've done a slide in animation for all of my screens. So that might look weird for the dig site, but let's see. Oh, that looks good. Why is it so far over to the left though? I don't understand that. Why is that so far over to the left? Oh, this artifact. Oh, I think I need this to be shrink center. Shrink center. There we go. Now it's back in a normal position. It's not exactly centered because there's a big gap under here. So I may actually want to make this control here. I may want to make this shorter, actually. Like that, yeah. How does that look? So I kind of want to exclude this little skirt down here because that's not really contributing to like the visual size of the image. So let's see. Yeah, that looks much better. Look at that. That looks pretty solid right there. Yep, I dig it. Start pickaxing. I'm doing okay trying to get Next.js standalone to work in a Docker file generated by NX monorepo tool. I've used NX before, yeah. And this is where AI is not helping. I'm surprised AI isn't helping with that. I think that's a very common stack to do. Docker is very nice. I mean, it's kind of a pain to set up, but once you've got everything running and you can just hand off the code to a developer and just do Docker compose up and you're like, oh, that's it. Hey, Artem, welcome. Drunk dev seems hilarious. Imagine a game show with devs drunk out of their G-dang minds doing a game jam. Yeah, seriously. That'd be fun. That would be really fun. The problem is that NX is effing up the paths of the normal generation and no docs on AI. So, oh, interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you say your next course will be multiplayer networking? Any idea when it will release? Yes, that's true. Online networked multiplayer, a cooperative networked multiplayer, and it should be available within the next couple of weeks. I really want to just say it'll be out in 2 weeks, but I've got quite a few more lessons to record. I'm trying to grind through them. I recorded like 4 lessons yesterday, and I've recorded 2 lessons today. Probably will record and edit more lessons today. It's going to end up being like probably a 17 or 18 hour course. Family-friendly Firebelly doesn't read our bad words. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube feels about it, but, you know. We'll keep things profesh from my end, at least. You guys can be as degenerate as you want. Will that course be a C# or GDScript? It'll be GDScript, yes. GDScript. All right, so let's get some animations working, but first, initial integration. We'll commit all that. Okay, so we need all this to slide in. That will be fine. How do I want to do the shoot? I don't know how I want to do this. I think what would be smart is to add another node 2D. Pillar 1 root. Place this where the pillar should be situated and then move the pillar 1 into it. And then lock that and lock that. So now this pillar 1 root, this pillar 1 here will have a... Oh, why does that not have a... I am probably going to need to... I'm probably going to need to actually not center this. That's okay. I want the position to be there, yeah. Or no. The offset. Okay, that was a little bit awkward, but yeah. So I knew I needed to update the offsets a little bit. That's okay though. So the reason why I'm doing that pillar 1 root, so I have that node 2D there, and the benefit of this is now this pillar 1 is at the normal position when it's at position 0, 0. So that makes animating it really easy, because if I want it to go to the position where it's supposed to be, I don't have to maintain a bunch of weird numbers in code or in my animation player. I just know that 0, 0 is where it's supposed to be. And then I can move this pillar 1 root independently to reposition it. So, but I should have probably done that before. It's okay. Pillar 2 root. We'll put this one there. And then YOLO. No way. Did I put those in the right spot? What? That's crazy. Wow. Okay. So now pillar 2 is at position 0, 0. I can get rid of this one. Okay. Let's lock that. Pillar 3. Node 2D. Pillar 3 root. Put that there. That'll be fine. Okay, pillar 3, put that under there. Centered, reset the position. Go up and then over. There we go. Okay, now these things need to be moved. Are you serious? Okay. Okay. Everything should be basically the same now, except now I've updated those positions. So now I can animate these. What I'm probably going to want to do is let's add these. Let's add these as another, let's do mound root here. Actually, that's probably a bad idea. Let's move this over here. Then we'll call this mound root and we'll move those underneath. Okay, lock that. So this is the same deal. Actually, I'm gonna want to add another one. I'm just gonna call this, I keep wanting to put my node name that I want in there instead of the type. Mound group. Move those over here. There we go. So now I can move the mound group like freely, and then position 0 gets it back to where it's supposed to be. Okay. I'll probably need to do the same for the background and for the ruins here, so let's do that. Let's do add child node, node 2D. We're gonna put this here. Doesn't really matter where, it's not important. Ruins root, put this under here. Why does that, oh wait. Okay, well, we'll change the positioning here. Okay. Doesn't really matter where this is either. Okay. And then one more to do. I don't know, we'll just, it doesn't really matter, like I said. Duplicate. Position. Why does that look weird? Ah. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay. Goodness gracious, I think we're all set up now, ready for animation. Did you ever rewrite your screen shake util so you can add length? I did not, no. By the way, Godot is probably a good tool to work for a Steam Deck game. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Gunforged, my game, is verified on Steam Deck. Yeah, Hayden is right. Welcome back, Hayden, by the way. Did you ever mess around with the visual scripting Godot had? Was it any good? I did not, no. Godot shines at 2D, Unity at 3D, and Unreal at visual scripting if you have a strong enough computer to develop in it. Yeah. I think that's a generally good assessment. Can do any game in all three, though. Yeah, that's exactly right. Godot should also be okay. Yeah, it depends on what kind. I mean, I think you're probably gonna have a hard time if you're doing hyper-realistic visuals. And also, I think 3D performance is not so great in Godot. I just bought Gunforge, so I'm going to play it with the stream in the background. Awesome. Thank you, Yeet. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think this is right. Yeah, Godot leaves a lot to be desired with 3D as far as I can tell, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Let me think. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we need to animate these things. Whew. Okay. So we need to animate the ruins, the background, and the foreground need to be animated exactly the same. So let's grab references to all these. Let's get these working first. So I'm going to create a node, private node 2D. I'll type this as a sprite 2D. Sprite 2D ruins, private sprite 2D whole background, node private sprite 2D whole foreground. Okay. Public void play in. Oops. Interesting. I'm not animating the enchant in. Well, let's just see what happens. Var viewport width is equal to visual utilities dot get viewport width. What did I call it? Shoot. Oh, get window width. Okay. Ruins dot position is equal to new vector2 vector2 dot right vector2 dot right. Hello? Am I gonna have difficulty today? Vector2 dot right times window width. Whole foreground up position. Okay. var tween is equal to create tween. Tween.tween property. Ruins. String sprite 2D. Property name dot position vector 2.0. Set ease type dot out. Set transition dot back. Copy this. Whole background and then whole foreground. All right, and let's do this now. Public override void ready. Let's do position is equal to visual utilities. So let's do a new vector 2 visual utilities dot get window width minus size dot x 0. And then it's going to be if this dot is current scene. So I'm just adding debug capabilities in here, and then we'll call play in. So now I shouldn't have to start the whole game. Let's play it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Any day now. Oh, that needs to be parallel. What are those top right triangles in the pillars scene? Top left. Oh, that's like just ruins. It's just ruins. Just a little bit of decoration. Another stream right on. Yes, Nika Potato, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Cash's Coffee. Love your content. I have a question about the game I'm building. Sure, and welcome to the stream. I want to build a tech tree with upgrades that will affect various systems in the game. I'm having trouble planning it out. I don't know how I feel about this. So, I mean, do you have any follow-up question, or is that it? I'm just trying to, I don't want to jump in too early. I don't like the back transition here. Let's do dot cubic maybe. So if you don't have any follow-up, or I guess I'll wait a little bit longer. I'm not paying attention, gee dang it. Oh, I think that looks great. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry, one sec, BRB will follow up after. Okay, no problem. No problem, I'll still be here, I think. Unless I get smited from the heavens or something. So, there's always that risk. I'd recommend going for Unity if you want to create a 3D indie game. Learning curve is much lower than Unreal and more intuitive. Honestly, yeah, if I was going to make a serious 3D game, I'd probably look at Unity very strongly first. I probably would evaluate Godot, just given that I'm so familiar with the engine. But I would definitely seriously consider Unity as well, even with my level of experience with Godot. Okay, now these pillars here... I think they need to be invisible by default. So let's do this. Node, private, sprite 2D, pillar 1, 2, what? I would use phaser JavaScript all the way. I have tried 3D Godot yet, so I'm going to try that first. Yeah. I think that's a good plan. Oops. Until I hit a wall and understand those limitations. Yeah, I think that's a good way to approach it for sure. Okay, so play in, we're gonna do pillar1.visible equals false. Pillar2.visible equals false. Pillar3.visible equals false. Why is this false a different color? This false is having an identity crisis? Why is it a different color? What? Okay. All right, whatever you want to do, false. Oh, it changed. Let's see. How do I want to do the pillars? Come on. IDE, don't fight me. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Let's do this. Convert to normal for loop. Okay. Pillar tween interval. Let's do 0.75 times 0.2 times I plus 1. Oh no, this needs to be plus 0.2 times I plus 1. Okay. Cool. Pillar tween dot tween callback callable dot from pillars. Oh no. Index.visible equals true. Pillar tween. What is going on with my IDE here? Tween property. Vector 2.0. Set ease type out cubic. We'll do that. We need to do dot from vector 2.down times 64. Actually, would that be enough? Let's see. How big are these? Oh, of course I can't read the number. 44. Let's do 48 then. Let's do 64. It's fine. Okay, so what basically should happen is all the other stuff should come in first, then the pillars should grow out of the ground, staggered by 0.2 seconds from each other. And that's basically what should happen. So let's see. Ooh, there's a little bit of flickering going on there. So probably I need to change this to, let's just do 50 maybe. I think they're peeking out a little bit under that dark spot that I've got. There we go. Those could probably be even slower. And I do need to enhance my camera shake. I should just make a C# version of my camera shake, honestly. I will probably actually, let's do this. Let's increase the delay. Go away, cat. Go away, cat. That's a little bit too much of a delay. So I'm gonna do, instead of I+1 here, we'll remove that. And we'll set this to 0.85 maybe. I'm using a lot of magic numbers, but I don't really care that much about magic numbers when I'm doing animations because they change so much anyway. Oops. And they need to be like hyper specific, so. Actually, I can probably just make this 0.75 here. Nice. Very cool. Now the mound needs to come in as well. Hello, Marcos. Hello, Ali. Welcome back. Just finished the other VOD. What's up? Didn't see you went live again. Hello, Lukey. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm having fun with this feature here, so why not keep it going, you know? What was the hotkey for a quick AI prompt? Control I. Control I. Nice transitions. Looks good. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, thank you. Azir, what are you doing? Do you really want to be on camera that bad? Where are you going? Where are you going? Say hi to the camera. No, say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Look at the camera. Okay. Okay. All right. He loves being on my shoulder. He apparently wants to be held right now, so you should make the background ruins fade in the same way the item vendor does. Oh yeah, that would probably be better, huh? To have them fade in rather than slide in, because it's not in the foreground. Yeah, I think I will do that. Appreciate that all this can be done through code. As a software engineer, I prefer to code things than do them from the GUI. Yeah, I really like doing tween animations. I think they're very effective and they're also relatively easy. Cat, yes. Cute cat just froze. Here he is again. What are you doing? What are you doing? Azir, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Hey, what are you doing? Anyway, I have to work, bud. I have to work. I can't have you climbing over me. Okay. So fade in those ruins. How do I do that? See. Fade out material. I think I can put that in here. Can I set a delay on a tween callback? I can. So this would become tween.tween callback, callable.from. Visual utilities dot fade in ruins. I think that's it. Let's see if that works. Why do you prefer coding tweens to animation player? It didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, it's a task. Oh. I just can't return the task out of that. I think that's it. Well, tweens are useful. I guess I could use an animation player for this. I think the reason I'm using a tween for this right now is because it just gives me more natural animation behaviors than I could do by hand. So yeah, that's basically it. And I think tweens are probably a little bit faster, or can be faster than animation players. Why is this not working? Okay, it's not breaking now, but it's still not fading in either. Oh, because I'm still changing the ruins position here. Right. Oh, I should set... Okay, I don't want to set the delay here, so I actually want to do this. So actually, let's just do this then. Visual utilities that fade in ruins with a delay of 0.2, and we can get rid of this here. That should do it. Oh, it just popped into... Oh, the fade in doesn't work because it's... Oh, shoot. I can't fade it in. Because it doesn't have multiple colors. This is the only color before black. So it tries to fade in, but it just immediately blips in. I can't fade that in. Okay, never mind. I have to go with what I had before. Fade in is not going to work. It's just going to blip into existence. So we're going to back it on up. Okay. Are you using a tween library or is it built into Godot? It's built in, yeah, I'm just using the built-in tweens. 2 in 1 day, who this guy? Some sort of indie game developer? Yes, seriously. Welcome back. What's a task? A task is like the asynchronous C# return type. So in JavaScript, you've got like promises. In C# you've got tasks. And a task is basically something that is happening asynchronously that can be awaited so that when the task becomes complete, it can resume wherever you've awaited. Keyword to handle async code, yeah. Forgot no alpha, yeah. It was a good suggestion, Lukey, but yeah, if it had more colors associated with it, the fade in would work, but it doesn't. Do you hear me slapping the cat? Is this cat abuse? Or do you like it? You like it, don't you? You like it. Okay, all right. Okay, can I stream now? Can I work? The task is pretty much that, something the async code can run, check its success or failure, and so on, yeah. You are welcome, Denver. Oh my gosh, this cat has been ridiculous right now. Oh, I think I need to feed him. Oops. Is that why you're being all annoying? You need to be fed? Okay, so tell you what, I need to take a quick 3-minute break anyway. So give me just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go take a break. When I come back, I will continue on with this animation work. All right, I'm back. Feed cat, yes, indeed. So for the tech tree upgrades, it's hard for me to think of a specific question. I just want to design a system that is scalable without it getting too messy. I will have various upgrades that apply to various different kinds of things, more simply being stats. More complex would be automation upgrades. My current approach is defining all of the upgrades in a dictionary and tracking their level, then checking if I have that upgrade whenever I might need it in a calculation. This seems like it is bug prone and will be difficult to add more later. Was just wondering if you had any suggestions. So that is one approach that you can do, and I think that approach can actually work really well. What I would recommend is that if you're going to do that approach, I would have and maybe you already have this, but I'm just going to speak sort of how I would approach it. If you're going to do it that way, I would create like a utility class that contains that data. And then anytime you need to access the data, do it through functions. Don't read the dictionary directly. So, you know, like you could say like get upgrade count or get upgrade by ID or whatever. Just like make a little API for yourself to access the state of the upgrades. Don't read the dictionary directly. That's going to make it a little bit less bug prone if you create like an interface, an application interface, which is what an API is, for interacting with the underlying data. I think that's going to make your life a lot easier when it comes to making it less buggy. But the other way that you could approach doing upgrades is you could make it event-based. So what I mean by that is that, you know, you could, so the traditional way you would do it in like C# is you could define an abstract class that defines an upgrade and its behavior, and it can override any number of events that or any number of methods that correspond with events in the game. So like in my game Gunforged, if I had a passive, that passive would have the ability to override certain methods like on enemy died. That would be called by another manager. So the manager would detect when an enemy dies, and then it would iterate through all of the passives, for instance, and pass in that enemy died data, or call that method like on enemy died on all the passives with that enemy died data. And that's a very nice way of building a scalable system too, because you're basically just using a third manager to gather the data and listen to the relevant game events, and then you're just calling the method on all of those upgrades or passives or whatever they are with the proper context, and then you can allow the passives or the upgrades to very narrowly define how the logic changes, or you can define the logical consequences of that event happening, right? So those are the general approaches that I would consider for that, and you could even do a mixture of both as well. It really depends on what you're doing, but yeah. I hope that gives you some ideas. Found a bug in Godot 4.5 beta 1. What's the bug? It is called beta, yes, yes indeed. I'm curious to see what the bug is. All right, so where are we at with this animation here? Okay, that's looking good. So let's do the mound now. So the mound group is the one I want to animate. So let's access that as a unique name. Node, private node 2D, mound group. And then in here, tween.tween property, mound group, property name position 0.75 dot set delay 0.4 use type out cubic mound group dot position equals vector 2 dot right times window width. If you run the game with two monitors, it always opens on the other monitor despite what you set in the project settings. Somebody done screwed up. That would annoy me. I work on two monitors exclusively. I'm at the point where it's like, if all I have is a laptop, I just won't work on the game. It's just like, I can't do it. I can't do it on such a small screen. Ooh, that actually looks weird. So maybe the mound should come in first. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to happen. So this, let's get rid of the set delay here, and we'll set it on here and on here as well. So let's move the mound up to be the first one actually. Same, yeah. I feel so like restricted. Oh, that's not good. I feel so restricted when that happens, or when I'm on just like a laptop screen. Whatever, I'm just gonna do this very sloppily. That's probably too much of a delay, actually. So let's do this, 0.1 and then 0.2. I like the framework of making a mini API layer to interact with the data. We'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, I would definitely do that if you do nothing else. Like anytime you're managing, so a general piece of advice, anytime you're managing a lot of state, a lot of data, let's say you've got multiple dictionaries or multiple arrays and they all pertain to something. Like in this game, I have a board inventory, right? And so there's all kinds of data about like what cells are available, which cells are occupied, which cards are in which cells. It would be a mistake to interact with all of those dictionaries and lists and hash sets directly from everywhere in the code. So make those all private. I know you can't do private necessarily in GDScript, but treat those all as if they're private and then expose the kinds of functionality you need through the functions, through the API layer. And the benefit of that too is that those functions can express intentionality, right? So you might say, I want to move this card from this position to this position, and so that's your function. And that might modify 3 different pieces of data under the hood, but it's expressed as a single like meaningful action, right? So that alone like makes it really a lot clearer when you're interacting with many pieces of data at once, is just like provide that single intentional function that does what you intend it to do, and then it internally modifies the data as necessary. What do you mean no one would possibly touch a variable prefix with underscore? True. Is that too far to the right? Yeah, in the test window it is. Yeah, in the test window it is, but in the game it's going to be centered. So it'll be fine. Yeah, it is close. Hello there. Hello, Malin. Welcome. Beautiful cat. Is that your cat in the profile picture? The section option with the overrides just kind of went over my head. I think the first way will work because my game is relatively simple. Yeah, do it the way that you're doing it right now and let the complexity of the game develop over time. And if you need a different solution, you can move to that later. Functions and express intentionality. Yes, yeah. I was considering buying a 21:9 display, but I wasn't sure. But as soon as I got into Godot, it's clear as bright as day I need it. I think an ultra wide would be really good for Godot. It'd be really nice to actually have like the Godot window on one half of the screen and then the gameplay window on the other side, because it is kind of annoying to like have to tab in and out like this, you know. But that's Cosmo. He's a very talkative cat. My cat is talkative too. A talk active cat. Well, Cosmo is beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful cat. The node annotation, a plugin. Hello, XP. It's an annotation that I wrote for the source generators that I created, which are available on my GitHub, github.com/firebelly. You'll find a Godot utilities package there, or repository. Come here, Zia. Come here. What are you doing? My cat just dropped a bomb in the litter box. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I think we're looking good so far. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I could offset it off the screen a little bit. So up here, minus size.x minus 64. Let's see if that makes it look a little bit more realistic in terms of what it's going to look like in the game. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that's looking good. The other thing I need to do is these pillar 2 icon lit. So let's mark all those. Pillar 1 icon lit. Node private sprite 2D. Pillar 1 icon lit. Why does it want to change that one? Pillar 2 icon lit. Pillar 3 icon lit. Private sprite 2D. Pillar icons. Whatever. Var pillar icon and pillar icons lit. Actually, this should go in the ready method here. Okay. All right. Whew. What are you doing? So what next? I think we're done. No, I'm just kidding. I think the next most impactful thing to do would be to get the actual artifacts in place and the highlighting and everything. There's still more to do here, but let's get all that working. No, buddy, I held you already. Go. I said I held you already. No, no, go. I'm working. Go. It's too hot. Go. I'm trying to see what excuse works with the cat. No, 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 no. No, go lay down. Okay, okay, go lay down. Bombs defuse, CT wins. Yeah. I wish GDScript had C# interfaces. I want to implement a general function for all my cards to do an effect when played, and I don't want to use inheritance. Yeah. The way that you would have to do it is with composition, which I have a composition video on my channel if you're curious. I'm back, task done. Welcome back. So we need to figure out a location for these artifacts. Do I want to do the artifacts next? I probably should figure out how those are fitting into the whole equation. Trying to decide. Do I want to make the artifacts... Do I want to place them on top of the pillars from the beginning and have them grow out with the pillars? Or have them, like, scale in when the pillars are done animating? I think scaling them in when the pillars are done animating will probably be better. But I'm not sure. Oh, the bug is in all of the 4.5 versions? Good catch. Has it been reported yet? I'm sure it must have been reported already, but maybe not. You could be the hero that we deserve. Or that we need. How does the phrase go? I don't know. You could be a hero, is what I'm trying to say. I think what I'll do is let's do this. This is going to be annoying. Yeah. This is going to be annoying. Do I want to use the artifact display for this? I probably won't. I think what I'll do is... Shoot. Change type. Let's just do this. Yeah, that'll work. Artifact 1, so that's as part of the pillar 1 root. Let's see what it looks like. So artifact 1, all right, let's just see what this does. Oh, that didn't work at all. What the heck? Oh, it has to move with the pillar. There we go. Does that look okay? Or does it need to have a different in animation? Maybe that's okay, actually. Okay. Okay, let's get a reference to all those artifact. Node, private, sprite 2D, artifact 1, 2, 3, private, sprite 2D, artifact, sprites. I'll just set these up immediately. For each var artifact sprite in artifact sprites. Var tween. Make normal for loop. Thank you. Tween equals create tween. Tween.tween property. Artifact sprite. Oh, this positioning is weird, I guess. Well, I think that's okay. Sprite 2D. Why am I changing the modulate? Position. Tween.set loops 0. Okay. Artifact sprite dot position plus vector 2 dot up times 4 out cubic. I don't know if I want to do this. Well, let's just see what happens. Okay. What is that going to do? I think all of these are going to be in lockstep though, so I may want to offset those a little bit. But let's see what happens. That is not correct. I was searching through the issues and couldn't find anything like mine. Well, hopefully yours is a unique report then. Hello, pseudonym. Why not let me send you my transparent video viewer Why don't you play my game ever? I'm starting a new game as of last night. This one is more Zelda-y than Doomy. I probably... So I don't have time to do any of that stuff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I appreciate you reaching out and sending it to me, but I am very, very busy. But this one is more Zelda-y than Doomy. Very nice. So you're going to make it like an RPG? Also, welcome back. I don't know if I said welcome back, but... In GDScript, is var a colon equals 1 just shorthand for a int equals 1? Yeah, the colon equals is type inference. So it will infer the type on the right-hand side of the equation and assign that as the type for the variable. So you got it. You got it. I had an issue with 4.4 earlier today. I was doing some shader applied to an animated sprite. Whenever I change anything in the animated sprite window, the shaders window pops in its place. Super annoying. Oh yeah, that does sound annoying. Does that for me as well. It's, yeah. I don't really like how all the bottom tab panels are handled in Godot. It's kind of annoying, to say the least. I might make these dip down a little bit. Go. Okay. Okay, those animations are a little bit fast. And then also I need to figure out how to delay. Tween interval. This interval is going to happen with every loop, though. I don't think there's a way to set loop after this tween, but I'm going to try it anyway. You stink. You're a stinky boy. Do you need a bath? Oh, maybe the loops does get set. Oh no, it's not. So how am I supposed to do this? I have a genius idea. Gee dang it. Yes. How about making the potions transparent and when the fingers and their transition fade to opaque one at a time? Just a thought. And when the fingers and their transition fade to opaque once at a time. That would be an interesting thing to do for sure. Why is that not working now? Oh, this needs to be... No. Why is this not working? Why is this not working? Why are these in lockstep and this one is not? Why is that happening? Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about making those fade in, those artifacts. Maybe it is working. Why are these so close together? I don't understand that. I can't. No, I can't. Go away. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Well, I'll just set a delay that makes it look fine. I don't know why that's not working. Am I just not understanding something here? What's going on? I don't know. Okay, that seems fine to me. That's good enough. Okay, that's good enough. So that's actually more like Go's walrus operator than Python's. I don't know much about Go, so just submitted a bug report, a butt report. Did you submit a butt report to Godot? I hope they like your butt. Perhaps a vector scaling of image farther away. I don't know what you mean, Denver, if you want to elaborate. Okay, so... okay, all right, we're getting there. So yeah, this artifact, I should be able to fade this in, I think. Yeah, let's try fading them in. So let's do artifact 1, artifact 2, artifact 3. Let's assign in the material here. Material. Fade out material. Visual utilities. Oops. These are going to have to be unique, actually. Okay, well, whatever. Did I actually make that unique or no? Oh, it is unique. Okay. So how do I need a way of... Let's just set them to invisible by default, I guess. So artifact sprite dot visible equals false. Then when the pillars are done, pillar tween callback, artifact sprites index visual utilities dot fade in artifact sprites index. Callable dot from. Let's see if that works. It did not work. What in the heck? Why didn't it work? Goodness gracious, that's confusing. Okay, anyway. Oh, is this breaking for the same reason? Oh no, it shouldn't be. Why isn't that working? Debug time. Ooh, I need to launch scene though. Launch scene. Scenes UI artifact. Artifact event container. Okay, artifact sprites. So artifact sprites index, that should be fine. Got the sprite 2D dot material. Shader material. Can I do shader material dot script? Does that work? Okay. Well, let's go and, I mean, it's a fade out material, right? Well, we can step into this. That is working. Oops. Cancel. Why is that not working? Oops. Oh, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. It's getting to all the places where it needs to be, so for some reason it's just not working. Where's my remote tree? Oh, it's still invisible. Oh, no. It's still invisible. There we go. Haha, you said but. Yes, indeed. I'm so funny. Maybe a little shadow of the items on the stone would be nice. Not sure if that's easy to do, though. It might be. Oh, I missed the animation. Hold on a second. Did that one flicker twice? Hold on a second. Make unique. I'm just going to really ensure that these are all unique here. Okay. Very nice. Very nice indeed. It's a little slow. I think these need to come in a little bit faster. So... Oh, you know what I can do? I don't have to do that in here. I can do this. Visual utilities.fade in. I can pass in a delay here. This is 1 second, so maybe I'll just make this delay. Pillar delay plus 0.75. See if that works. Some light emitting from the bottles that react to the pillars that they float would be a nice touch. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. Shoot. Okay, back to the tween. Well, we'll do a different one. Var artifact tween is equal to create tween. Artifact tween callback dot set delay. Let's store this again. Okay. Lots of tweens flying around, but we got it. Not intentional, but still funny. Aber and me thinking the absolute opposite directions. Oh, I missed the animation again. Did it look good? That looks fine. Turn this down a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. How do we feel about that? Is that looking all right? I think that looks pretty good. Like vector drawing apps like Illustrator and the scaling objects, some detail in keeping its preciseness when scaled down have more squished look but still detailed. So in this case, those three being close together as we are looking farther away in the scene than when editing them. I mean, I know what you're saying. I don't know what this is in reference to regarding this game. Sorry, Denver, I'm not quite understanding, but that's okay. That's okay. Much faster, yes, needs to almost pop. I could make everything faster. Does everything need to be faster? Maybe those pillars need to come up sooner. Oops, those are too fast. Maybe I'll make the pillar delay. Well, I'll keep the pillar delay 0.75. Maybe make this 0.75. Let's see what that looks like. Cut some time down here. The only bad thing about tweens is you have to keep running the game to figure out what they're doing. Ooh, that looks good. How do we feel about that? I think that's great. I think that's got enough snappiness while also still looking good. Yeah, I like that. Looks neat, you like it? Okay. Let's do this. Basic artifact animations. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is I want to get the highlighting working. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, man. I am looking forward to doing nothing this weekend. So now what I need to do is I need to come up with a way of highlighting these things. So I think all these pillar 2, pillar 1, these, let me think. These need to become canvas groups, I think. So I'll do that in just a second. Let's get the Okay, let's just get the control nodes in place. Okay. Am I allowed to resize this? Yes. Oops. So we're going to want to do something like this. This is going to be a little bit tricksy. That will probably be okay. I'm actually going to add a reference rect to this. Actually, I wonder if I could just use reference rects as the things themselves, but that's okay. Okay, ignore that. Let's duplicate this. They can't overlap. That's the most important thing. Perfect. Okay. Let's lock all those down. Should also probably lock. Just trying to lock everything so I don't accidentally move anything. Okay. Okay. Private control. Pillar controls. Pillar control dot mouse filter is equal to mouse filter enum dot ignore. So we're going to ignore those controls for now. We also need to connect to these. Pillar control dot mouse entered on pillar mouse entered. Pillar control dot mouse exited on pillar mouse exited. Pillar control dot GUI input on pillar GUI input. Convert to normal loop. That's so handy. Okay, this now, we're gonna make this a anonymous slash lambda on pillar GUI input. This is gonna be input EVT, I think, and we'll pass an EVT or I and then EVT. Okay. Private void on pillar mouse entered int index. Private void on pillar mouse exited. Private void on pillar GUI input. Game constants action click left. Accept event. I don't think we need to do that. Artifact tooltip. Yes. Set artifacts. We're going to get rid of this. Register artifact display, set artifact. Yeah, we're going to get rid of all this. For var I equals 0, I is less than artifact sprites.length I plus plus. Artifact sprites I.texture is equal to artifacts I.art. Okay, that works. Artifact tooltip. I do need a, let's do this. Artifact tooltip. Public void show artifact. Artifact resource. Artifact resource. Kerblamski. Show artifact. Artifact resource. It's called we do a little bit of refactoring. All right. So in here, show artifact, this is going to be artifacts index. No, this is wrong. We're not going to do that in here. We're going to do that in there. Artifact tooltip dot hide artifact. Okay. Now in my, let's do this, is current scene, let's do this, set artifacts, artifact registry dot from ID, artifact ID dot minion crit chance, artifact ID dot spider egg, artifact ID dot booster option. Oops. Oh. Okay. Do what you're gonna do, Copilot, thank you. All right, if I did everything correctly, we should see some stuff. We'll see some stuff if I did everything correctly. I forgot to change the mouse filter of the pillars when they're done. How do I want to do that? How do I want to do that? I think what I'll do is instead of setting the mouse filter, so instead of doing that here, I'll just do this. Private bool is mouse input disabled. If is mouse input disabled, return. Okay. And then I'll just do this. Pillar tween, just for the first one. Tween callback, callable.from. If I equals 0, is mouse input disabled equals false. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. How long are you working on this game so far? It's been a couple of months now. It's been a couple of months, but it's good. And we're broken. Why is it broken? Index was outside the bounds of the array. How is that possible? How is that possible? Oh. I don't think this is the issue, but I'm still going to have an issue here. That wasn't the issue, though. I don't think. How does coding in C# work for Godot? It works great. Yeah, I'm not having any problems with it, really. Skull wand, spider egg, spade. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty good. I think that's great. So now we just need to highlight those things. Oh, very close to being done with this, actually. Still needs to have some animations and stuff. Or not, what, like when you select the artifact. But yeah, that's looking good. Okay, add basic input handling to artifact screen. Now the next thing to do, one thing at a time, is to take this pillar 3 root. We're going to change this to canvas group. Change this to canvas group. Change this to canvas group. Let's add an export variable to this. Export private canvas group material canvas group outline material. Okay. These pillars now. Oh wait, I need to get these roots now. Node private canvas group pillar 1 root, pillar 2 root, pillar 3 root. Okay. So, and I need to get those as an array to private canvas group, pillar canvas groups. Okay, so set all of those up, and then on pillar mouse entered, pillar canvas groups index dot material is equal to canvas group outline material equal to null. Okay, I need to come up with a better way of doing this highlighting, but it's fine. Cool, so now at this root level here, here we go, canvas group outline material there. And this should be local to scene. Yep. All right, let's do it. YOLO. Are your artifact descriptions sprites or are they modular UI elements? I want to be able to color my text similarly, but not sure how. Yeah, they're modular UI elements. So the way that it works is those are rich text labels. And when you have a rich text label, you can use BB code to change the color of individual words. So all I'm doing is I use a rich text label and then I have this description utils, which scans the text, finds the keywords, and recolors them with a new BB code text. So I have this game constants create color BB code that creates a new string with the BB code for me. So yeah. Boom! Skull wand, spider egg, spade. So now we got the highlighting in place. Nice. So yeah, I just got to make the clicking functional and probably animate this too. So this needs to be animated so that what I want to happen is the other artifacts can fade out since we already have that fade out material. When I select one, this one should fly into the UI. So it should just go right to my UI, which is typically at the top of the screen. And then everything can fade out like is typical. So we're almost there. Let's see what it looks like in game. Guess that was the issue. What was the issue? I don't remember what that's in reference to. I'm sorry. What? Oh, yeah. Now I need to go to my artifact event state machine. Oops. And here, artifact container.play in. Boom, it works. Do you want to make a scale up when the artifact is hovered? I'm trying not to use scale in this game because it kind of messes with the pixels a little bit. Look at that. That looks pretty good. So you're wandering around the map, you come across an artifact node, boom, you go into it. There's your artifacts there. And it's actually choosing a random artifact every time, so we got the ritual candle now. Understood, yeah. That's looking great. Holy macaronis. I'm pretty proud of this one. I'm pretty proud of this one. Don't at me. Dang. Yep. 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 I still got it. Yep. Oh, goodness. Adds a spiderling minion to your inventory after each combat encounter. So yeah, I need this to go into the artifact thing now. Will you work on this game off stream to prevent some content spoilers? When I am in the full swing of things, yeah. But I don't expect everyone to watch the VODs anyway. I guess there will be spoilers for the people that are regulars here, but there will be a lot of time that I spend working on this off stream as well when I'm done with the Udemy course. So, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Emerson. I think it's looking great. I think it looks great. So, I wish I had better tooling around building some of these screens. It feels kind of awkward to just have to set that canvas group outline every time. Like the way I'm doing it is I define the canvas group through an export variable there, and then I just change the material to that or null, depending on what happens. So I just wish I had better tooling around that, and like this, the way that I'm handling mouse events by just using the controls here. I'm doing it the same way every time, so I almost need to create like a clickable area. I almost need to create like a clickable area node. I might do that. Create a clickable area control that can apply the canvas group highlighting, but sometimes I have, like in my shop, I think things are a little bit weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably okay to just keep doing it this way. It's fine. Game dev is a little bit messy, you know? I like how those runes light up. That's pretty funny. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I wish I had more relics or artifacts in place, but cool. All right. Let's commit what I have. Add highlighting on hover to artifact. All right, that's going to be it for the stream, the second stream of today. Can you believe it? We did 4 hours of streaming today. Goodness gracious. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream for today. I might be back on tomorrow, so hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. Gunforged is on sale for the Steam Summer Sale, so if you want to support my work, that's a great way to do it, and you can get it for 50% off. If you do end up playing it, leave a review. I would appreciate that. I hope you guys have a good night, and if I don't talk to you again, I hope you have a good weekend. And I hope to see you in a future stream. The next regular scheduled stream will be Monday at probably 10 a.m. Eastern, but it could be in the afternoon. So again, hit that notification bell to be notified when I go live, so you won't miss a stream, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye, everyone.